up, y'all? Sorry if the camera's shaking a little too much. Let me see if I can. There we go. First and foremost, all glory, praise goes to the Most High God. As I always say, don't thank Him. No. Don't thank me. Thank Him, because I am but a messenger, a simple messenger. All right, almost messed that up. All right, so what am I here to talk about today? I want to go into depth the concept of the masculine and the feminine, and the best definition, the most simplest, fastest, quickest definition I can come up with for exactly the masculine and feminine is one is plus in the magnet and the other is minus. That's literally what it is. There's no better way to explain that, because opposites literally attract. It doesn't matter the gender, because I'm not saying, oh, men and women, opposites attract, so men and women and women. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the masculine and the feminine, which means a lot of situations, the man takes on the feminine role and the woman takes on the masculine role. So it's not always the masculine man and the feminine woman. In fact, in this country, that is a very rare thing to see, you know. So, yeah, let's get into this. So, let me explain. I want to now explain to y'all what masculine men really are, what masculine women really are, what feminine men really are, and what feminine women really are. Now, two of these four things I just said. Also, by the way, I'm not finna go into any depths about any homosexual relationships. Nothing against them type of relationships or anything. I have no issues with them, but you know, I don't have enough knowledge to talk about that category. So I'm just gonna stay away from it. So anyone who is like that, you know, you're welcome to watch my videos. I have no issue with it. I'm talking about, but this is about men and women liking each other. That's all. So let me get into it. You got, for the most part of the four things I just named, two of them is the vast majority of this country. The other two is very rare now, because society and feminists attack people who take on these certain roles. So let's get into it. You got masculine men, right? This is probably the most rare out of all four of them in this country, because masculine men are looked down upon. Because I'm a masculine man. I'm not the most masculine. I'm still working on that. But I'm more masculine than 97% of men in this country. I can say that with confidence. And that ain't me trying to compete. This just me. This just the truth. So you got masculine men. What it is to be masculine? For one, truly putting God first. I'm not talking about being a Christian, going to church, getting baptized, and, you know, asking God for forgiveness once a week, and then go right back to doing the same shit you were doing before. That's not masculine. Now, I'm not saying masculine men don't sin, or I'm not saying they're perfect or anything, but there's a big difference between having moments of weaknesses and coming right back to God, but always still putting Him first regardless, and never prioritizing God, and still doing the same bullshit you were doing years ago that you know you shouldn't be doing, and then just be like, oh, I'm saved. I'll just ask God to save me in church, to forgive my sins in church Sunday. Like, there's a big difference between the two. Masculine men truly put God first. Like, everything we do, we ask, like, is God going to be pleased with this? Now, again, I still have weak moments. We all are going to sin at some point. I'm not trying to sit here and tell y'all that I'm perfect. But, so, for one, masculine men truly put God first. They put themselves second. Notice I haven't brought the woman up yet, right? Masculine men care more about their spirituality than their physical being. And that's part of what I'm still having to work on, because there's certain things in the Bible that God don't really like, that I still, like, I gotta ask God for protection and guidance in this every single day. Like fornication. I'm a naturist. I'm going to a nature spot this weekend to chill. I'm gonna need guidance that whole time. Because the amount of tension that I get at these places sometimes be a little much. And this ain't me bragging, it's just me being honest. Like, I still have flesh weaknesses. So, I'm not perfect. But again, I'm way better than 97% of men in this country. Yeah, masculine man, where does a woman come in their priorities? Maybe in the top 10. Some people wouldn't even put women in their top 10. I'll put them in that top 10. They might be around 6 or 7, maybe. It's a lot of things you gotta put before a woman. That's part of being masculine. And that's why masculine men are not popular in this country. Because this country brainwashes men and women into believing that, women are these perfect creatures that don't make mistakes, that can't do evil, and that should be guided and believed in every situation. You should never test or check a woman. You should just automatically love her and, lift her up and deal with all her bullshit, and you should automatically be her therapist. You should put the woman before your own mental health. All that dumbass shit that doesn't say that you can't find anywhere in the Bible, or you can't find it prescribed by God. You can find it described, but you can't find it prescribed by God. Yeah, there were simps in the Bible, and I'm actually gonna do a video on that too. But back to this. Another thing masculine men have that most men don't is knowing how to control their emotions. Yeah, that's a simple. And I'm not just talking about not knowing how to flash out and get angry. It's that too. But also, masculine men have enough common sense not to fall in love with women. Yeah, masculine men are not popular in this country at all. A masculine man is the polar opposite of what America says a masculine man is. Now let's get into the next one. Masculine women. You're strong, independent, combative, argumentative, toxic. Not all of them are toxic, but a lot of them are. A man can't tell me what to do. Let's see, what's another one? I'm not giving the wife treatment until I have the ring. You're only a masculine woman to say some dumb shit like that. But yeah, your masculine women are not on the same level as a masculine man. Because women aren't meant to be masculine. But most women in this country are. Because just like masculine men, feminine women are looked at as weak and not having a backbone. But I don't understand where in the Bible or any dictionary doesn't say a woman that chooses to be a woman is weak. That's just some bullshit that feminists and panderers in this country made up. Yeah. So for those of you that fit in that category, go ahead and click off the video. But yeah. There's so many traits to a masculine woman. I think it's just easier to describe a feminine woman and then just say a masculine woman is the opposite of that. But what are feminine men, real quick? No, let's do feminine women. Let's do feminine women. So, a feminine woman is a woman that truly understands what her value can be to a man. A feminine woman understands that real men don't give a damn about education, careers, and all this extra bullshit that you can't find in the definition of femininity. Feminine women, they're not gonna argue with a man. A feminine woman, they actively want to date up. A feminine woman are the only type of women that will admit that their man is above them. Because when you think about it, what is the thing that men are expected to provide in relationships? Protection and provision. Now, if you're strong and independent and got a career, you don't necessarily need provision. But at the end of the day, you're still a woman. You're more likely to get mugged than me. Let's just be honest. And also, I'm stronger and better at protecting myself if I did get one. So, damn, where was I going with that? Sometimes my mind goes blank. Oh yeah, so I'm explaining how what I bring to a woman's life, there is no comparison. What she brings to my life, I don't need. But women need men. They need protection. Strong and independent women aren't going to admit that shit, but they do. I'm protecting you when people break into my house and I tell you to just grab the kids and go get in this little crawl space and don't come out until you hear my voice or the police voice, worst case scenario, then that's all you gotta do. It's my job at that point to protect my family and my house. Therefore, I'm putting my life on the line. So me putting my life on the line, what can a woman offer me that's that important? Here's another thing about masculine men. We understand that a woman, we are going to have our peace before we get a woman. For the main fact, not even just this fact, we get our peace because we put our mental health and our spiritual health first before the woman. But also, we get our peace in a situation that when we do get a woman, if she crosses our boundaries that we set, then we can put her out and still have peace. You know, a feminine man looks for women to be their peace. But a masculine man, for us, a woman can't be our peace. A woman can only add to it. That's it. All a woman can do for me is add to the peace that I already had before I got her. And she can do what I need her to do to make my life easier. But neither one of those things. Also, you know, listen and follow my lead. Trust my guidance. Trust me to guide her in the right place and towards God. But neither of those things are as important as me keeping her alive. If someone breaks into our house, that's my job to protect my family. I love the outdoors, right? So, you know, I'm gonna take my woman camping and hiking at times. if we get attacked by a damn bear, that's my job to protect her. I don't expect, as a matter of fact, I don't want a woman that's gonna pick up a weapon and stand next to me and expect to protect with me. No. The last thing I need is to get shot because my woman is panicking. Hold on, thank you. But yeah, the last thing I need is for my woman to panic and shoot me. So no, you grab the damn kids, or you go down into the car, have the car unlocked, have the car running, so when I run back down here from fighting this big ass bear, if I survive, then you already got the car started. I just jump in and we drive off. That's all I need her to do. I don't need my woman's help. So, again, a feminine woman understands that oh, there's nothing I can bring to this man's life that's going to be as important as, for one, his mission that he already got, and two, what he's going to bring to my life. See, masculine women are too prideful to admit that shit. They think, oh, I got 6 figures. I got 3 what's the word? Not educations. I was about to say 3 education. No. I got 3 degrees. I got a doctorate. I can bring value to a man's life. Well, yeah, you can bring value to a simp life or a bum that sits on the couch and play video games all day. The men that you're going to qualify for when you choose that life. But you can't bring value to a masculine man's life with that shit. No. I don't need your money. I already got money. Because for one thing, masculine men, they don't lead with their wallet, but they also know that they need to have their funds together before they settle down. Because I'm still going to take care of my woman, but the difference between me and a feminine man, the feminine man spends money on the woman in order to impress and get her. The masculine man spends money on the woman because she earned it. You see? Big difference. So, no, a woman's money, it's not finna do shit for me. Especially if she's already argumentative and combative. What is all that money finna do for me if I added you into my life and now, before I had you, I was at peace and chilling because I was to myself and I didn't have to deal with noise. But now I added you to my life and you start arguments and shit every day. Like, what is all that money finna do to me? All it just did is destroy my peace. So no, for strong, independent women, y'all don't know shit when it comes to what a man really wants than a woman. Well, 99% of y'all. Some of the older, strong, independent women eventually learn about the time it's too late. But let's move on. Who haven't I described yet? Oh, I haven't fully described feminine men. So what are feminine men? Simps. You know, the simps are the men that are all about women. A simp will put his own dreams on hold for a woman. A masculine man wouldn't do no dumb shit like that. A masculine man is gonna chase God's love for one, and you know, God's love, His presence, and he's gonna chase his dreams and his purpose, and he's gonna let love find him, or he's gonna trust God to provide him the woman that God wants. But he's not gonna put his dreams on hold for no damn woman. Hell, I'd be married already if I did some shit like that. But it ain't working. My mental health, my happiness, my spiritual health, all that is more important than getting a woman. But feminine men don't understand that. Another thing about feminine men, that brings me right to my next point. Feminine men are scared to be alone. They get lonely. Bro, how can you be alone if you got God with you at all times? How can you get lonely? I never get lonely, bro. I have God. And then not that I'm trying to disprove God, but talking about what about other things on earth, bro. The only thing on earth that I truly need is myself. And you can say the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, because the Spirit of God is part of the Trinity that's in us. So technically, the Spirit of God is on earth because our bodies are the temples of the Spirit of God. But only true followers of God really know that. And I ain't gonna say some people have good knowledge of that stuff, but they still don't follow God like they're supposed to. But yeah, feminine men, they get lonely. They're terrified to be alone. Some feminine men will stay in abusive, disrespectful relationships because they'll rather do that than be alone. Because for one, they're Christians, but they don't fully follow God like they're supposed to. So they don't understand that God is with them. Either that or they don't care. Like, some of them just don't care that God is with them if they don't have a woman to simp for. And that's a bad way to live, bro. You're never gonna find peace being a simp. I used to be a simp. So I'm not talking from an arrogant standpoint. I'm talking from a guy. A lot of the stuff I'm talking about, a lot of stuff I'm gonna be talking about on my channel in general is stuff that I had to learn the hard way. So again, I'm not perfect. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. What's another thing about feminine men? They put women above them. Their priorities are completely fucked up. Excuse my language. I try not to say the F word. But again, a masculine man is always gonna put God first. Then his spiritual and mental health. Those kind of intertwine with each other for second and third. And then, you know, his purpose, his goals, his sleep. And then you can probably make an argument there, then the woman comes in. But the simp, oh no. A simp and a feminine man in general is always going to put the woman first. And then they're probably going to put God next. Some of them don't even put God in their top three. Some will put the woman first, the children second, then them, then God. They ain't gonna admit that because, you know, they quote unquote go to church, but they not following God's word. They put the woman first, then the kids second. That's some dumb American bullshit right there, bro. Because think about it. Why would I put my kids before me when I'm the one that gotta provide and feed them? My kids are gonna be loved and taken care of. They gonna have fun. They gonna have hobbies and stuff. My kids gonna love their life. But I can love and take care of my kids and give them a good life without putting them above myself. That's just stupid. Because I'm the provider. Unless you the type of man that either, you know, a bum that just wanna sit and play video games and then use women with money to their advantage, which there are men like that. Then the woman is the sole provider. Or if you a beta male that wants a 50-50 or an equal or a partner and all that, that shit's stupid too. We get into that too. But if you them type of man, and what was I going with that? Then that's the time it's okay to like put the woman first, or that's the time, like if you a bum that just plays video games all day, then your woman can make the argument of putting the kid first because you don't provide or do anything. So you can't make that argument. With me, I'm gonna be the sole provider of my household. I'm the one that's gonna be going out facing the world, working and paying all the damn bills. So I come first in the household. I come before the woman. How the hell? Why the hell would I put the woman first? And all she got to do is sit at home, cook, clean, listen, smile, take care of the kids. I'm gonna have a woman that's gonna know how to grow from the land. So she gonna be a gardener and all that stuff. She gonna be growing plants and stuff. I'm probably gonna be out in the car. I'm probably gonna have cows and chickens and stuff too. So she might feed the cow. I don't know if I'm gonna want my woman to just buy big ass cows all day by herself. But she gonna do everything else but maybe deal with the cows. Cause them things are huge. If something go wrong and I'm not there, then well damn. You know. But she gonna know how to do every damn thing else. If that's all she has to do, bro, I can literally hire, and this is the funny thing, I can hire a maid to do all that shit that my woman is doing. So why would I put my woman first? She can hire a security guard to protect her, but that man's gonna want to go home at some point. He's not gonna want to protect her 24/7 like I will. Even when I'm at work, she gonna be in a big ass house in a fenced-in area with cameras everywhere. So if something happened, I'm on the way. And then I'm gonna have big ass dogs to help protect her too. Bro, trust me. I ain't gonna be like it whenever I'm ready to get a house. But yeah, that's like, how could I put my woman first? The only way you put your woman first is if you were a bum. The only way you can make the argument, if you're a bum and you think that it's okay for a man to sit at home and let the woman provide, then by all means, yes, you have to put your woman first. Because you don't pay bills, you don't do anything but play Xbox or PlayStation. So, yeah, you gotta put your woman first. And she gonna make your ass put the kids first. See, you're not in a good place to argue. You put yourself in a horrible position anyway. So, if you're that man, you can't watch this video and then go home and tell your woman, or wait till she come home and tell her, I just watched the video and I come first. You better go get a damn job then. That's what she gonna tell your ass. So she gonna just put you out the house. And 50-50 men, y'all are usually submissive to y'all woman. Because it takes a submissive man to want to agree to a 50-50 relationship. Because a masculine man wouldn't agree to it. Now, a masculine man will have a working woman in certain situations. I won't, but there are masculine men that do. But it still wouldn't be 50-50. The woman is still going to be submissive to him. Now, this video kind of getting long. Let me get into I don't describe masculine men, feminine men, masculine women, and feminine women. Now, let me describe real quick why opposites attract and the synonyms don't. That's the best way I can say that. And also, let me explain. Damn, I want to explain something else. It'll come back to me. So, masculine men and masculine women, why do they not attract? Well, for one, let me use myself as an example. Masculine men, like I said, they don't fall in love with their woman. They're just going to love and take care of her. But they also going to always keep her. They're never going to let their woman get too comfortable. A masculine man is never going to tell a woman all she got to do is sit and look beautiful. That's some feminine ass shit. A masculine man is always going to have his woman put to work. I'm not saying getting a job. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to provide and take care of and love my woman and, protect her and pay all the damn bills. But by all means, when I get home, I expect food to be ready. I expect the house to be clean. If she just finishing food up or sweeping the floor and just finishing things up, then I ain't gonna really get on her about that. But if I get home and my woman's just watching TV and she ain't even put dinner on, I'm gonna get on her ass. I'm gonna put her ass on ice. Like, look, why ain't the food done? That's all you gotta do, damn near. You got like 5 easy jobs. I ain't saying you can't ever watch TV, but I just got home, I'm hungry. I'm expecting to at least not have to wait more than 20 to 30 minutes for food. Now I gotta wait on you to cook. Get your ass up and cook. And if she make a habit out of that, her ass gonna get replaced. That's the thing with masculine men, bro. We don't put up with disrespect or bullshit. That's why masculine men and masculine women they can't work. Because the first time a woman tries to disrespect me or catch it, like the first time she tried to catch a little attitude, I'm gonna just put her ass in check. But the more masculine a woman is, some women are uncheckable. I'm gonna admit that. Because some men watching this and like, oh, I believe in happy wife, happy life for some stupid ass reason. I can't check my woman unless I want to sleep on the couch. And that's another thing. Only a feminine, weak man can be put on the couch. I'll put my woman up. Matter of fact, if I come home and food ain't ready, and if she's cooking and she has a legit excuse like, oh, I'm sorry, the cat's knocked down all the damn flower pots, so I spent the last 20, 30 minutes cleaning that up, or I'm sorry, the baby took a shit in his diaper and somehow took the diaper off and threw it across the room and got shit everywhere and I had to clean it up, and then I promise I'm cooking, then that's one thing. But if the food ain't ready, ain't close to being done, and she's just sitting down watching TV, her ass is sleeping on the couch. Because I'm a masculine man. I'll put my woman on the couch if I need to. But, yeah. So, first time a woman try to catch an attitude with me, I'm just going to check her. That's it. But, the more uncheckable, super masculine, combative women are going to argue. Them the type of woman that's going to be like, oh no, ain't no man finna tell me what to do, and then get real loud and shit. At that point, the only way a masculine man wins that battle is to walk away, bro. You don't argue with a woman and try to show, oh, I can get louder than her. No. At that point, I'm done. That's the last time we ever talk, bro. Because I'll be damned if I ever settle down and take care of a woman that thinks it's okay or cute to argue with a man. That shit is disrespectful and dumb. And I'm gonna do a video on how even the Bible even says the example of women God expects women to be is not arguing with their men. Now, how do feminine? Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say earlier. There was two things I wanted to say. The feminine and women, y'all gonna disagree with this, and feminine men, they gonna disagree with this too. But here's the thing: only masculine women have feminine men that chase them. Masculine men do not chase feminine women, because masculine men already know that they just chase their dreams and their goals. And first of all, God's love, then the feminine woman is gonna chase them. Bro, I ain't ever finna chase no damn woman. What the hell I look like? And that's what I'm getting into. The feminine is always going to chase the masculine, no matter what. I don't care what y'all heard back in the day. Well, back in the day it was slightly different, because women didn't have feminists and social media to give them unnecessary, stupid value that they think they have, but they really don't. But and nowadays, for sure, no matter what, the feminine is always going to chase the masculine. Because think about it, strong, independent, masculine women, what happens? Y'all get chased by like 20 to 30 simps, right? Those are feminine men chasing masculine women. It's no different from a masculine man. Masculine man, again, we chase God's purpose. We chase God. We chase our dreams. We chase protecting our mental health, our spiritual health. We chase all of that. And we let the women chase us. So no matter what the gender is, the feminine is always going to chase the masculine. So let me get back into this, and I'm finna end this video because it's pretty long. Feminine women and feminine men, why do they not work? For one, feminine women, they actively seek a man that they have to chase. They want to chase a man. Because feminine women love the fact of the chase and love the fact that they're the ones that won that man over and the man that they want over. See, a masculine woman has too much pride to admit that shit. But even masculine women have that one Pokey and Ray Ray that they chasing that don't want anything to do with them unless it's getting in between their legs. So yeah, feminine women, they actively want a man that they can chase and put in the work for. That's why I only want a feminine woman. That's why all the masculine men only want a feminine woman. Another thing why masculine men and masculine women don't work is because masculine women, they not finna add to a man's peace. My peace comes before the woman. Only a masculine man would say that though. A feminine man don't care. He don't care about his peace, his mental health, his spiritual. He don't care about any of that shit. As long as he got his disrespectful woman, and he go around and drink beers with other men like him, and talk about drink beers on weekend and watch football and talk about happy wife, happy life, right? That dumbass shit. But yeah, why does feminine men and feminine women, why do they not work out? Well, here's the thing. Once a woman realizes a man is feminine, a feminine woman, she's just gonna politely turn him down. She's not, like a masculine woman will waste feminine men's time because masculine women are selfish. And that's not a bad thing or an attack on women, it's just the truth. They only care about themselves. So if they got a man with money that's willing to simp for them, or a man who's willing to give them free validation without them having to do anything, then they're gonna accept it. But a feminine woman really wants the man that she wants, and understands that man that she wants, she has to work for. So once she realizes the man is chasing her, she's just gonna get turned off and just politely turn him down. Now what happens when feminine women do end up with feminine men. But this is the thing. So what happens in this situation is when they first meet, the feminine men are nonchalant because they're really shy. So they're nonchalant when they first meet the woman. That nonchalantness tricks the feminine woman into thinking they're masculine. So the feminine woman will chase and get that man. But eventually after they get the man, a feminine man, they get bored at feminine women. What do? They lie, they cheat. I know a feminine man that literally left a feminine woman just to chase and simp for a masculine woman. He's doing it probably as we speak. Man, they spent thousands of dollars on this super disrespectful woman that I heard scream at him and break his shit before. He spent all this money on a woman just for her to do this. So yeah, feminine men, they don't want feminine women. They don't want women that chase them. They want women that are a challenge that they can chase. That's how feminine men and feminine women don't work, and that's how masculine men and masculine women don't work, and that's how opposites attract. So that's it, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.